Is it true that you couldn't get a gig first of all because you didn't have a demo tape? But then the landlord liked your guitar or cut your gym?
No, the hats.
The hats. It was the hats.
It was the hats.
I knew there was a story there somewhere.
That starts a band, get good hats.
Okay, where are those hats now?
I think they got burnt on stage at Reading Festival
in
2008.
Yeah, that's right. There was a ritualistic burn.
Yeah, as long as it's ritualistic, as long as they were offered up to the gods as
it was a great offering.
A sign of gratitude.
Gratitude.
Oh my gosh.
That is the word.
Virgin Radio.
The new album's coming out in a couple of weeks' time. The brand new single is out today. Vassos, over to you for the big intro.
They've been popping out indie earworms like nobody else in the business, and that trend is set to continue. Their new album, Never Know, is out in May, and first, with their new single, Sunny Baby, they've got the Lukes, and they are the Kooks!
Crazy jazz chord at the end.
Yeah, come on, how good was that? How good was that?
Oh, bless you.
So, like 30 seconds from in, I thought, very brave upper fretwork anyhow.
I know. It's always a danger, but it kind of makes it more exciting.
Of course it does.
You don't know if you're going to hit it.
Now, here's me dancing around in the studio like a loon there, because it's not the first time I've heard that song, is it? That's such a great song, guys. Congratulations. That is a wonderful song. So where are we album-wise? What number is this one now?
It's number 7.
Number 7. It's not out yet.
Yeah.
And
Good,
now
powerful number 7.
Very powerful. Number 8 still to come, by the way, even more powerful. And I've listened to the album. How do you two know that I've listened to the album?
We bumped into you.
We caught you red-handed.
We could see it on your phone, and so you weren't faking it. You actually,
Yeah, it was the second time I'd heard it, because I like to try and hear an album from a new album from a band that's coming in 2 or 3 times. Yeah. And this is not the first time we've done this, is it?
No, not our first rodeo.
Oh gosh!
No.
Here's my question about your album, right? I love it. Honestly, I love it. It's called Never Know. Track 1 is Never Know, and it's a smash. That's a smash song. Sunny Baby's a smash song. They're all great. There's a lot of love in this album. There's a lot of harmony going on. There's a lot of golden bridge work going on. There's a lot of long ramp work going on. Get people off the stage, on the stage via the long ramp. Come on, we can all help each other down here. That kind of thing. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
It's a roadie album.
It's one for the roadies. Yeah.
There's a song. One for the roadies.
We should do that.
It's so cool though.
It's positive. It's positive. It's romantic,
it's
loved
so
up,
good.
like you said. You sound a bit loved up. I was like, it's, and as we spoke about, just a kind of reactive, as you said.
Responsive.
Responsive.
If it was reactive, it wouldn't be right.
That's right. You said
a reaction is like a negative thing, but
a reaction is sort of what it's the right energy having the wrong day, and the response is the right energy having a better day. I think so. Yeah, but don't start me.
It's just great fun making sunshine, pop music, rock and roll. We dusted off the guitars. It's like it's got space harmonies. It's a bit like just retracing the roots of.
And you can tell, and you can tell. So my question about the album is, it's ready to go because I've heard it, right? And it's like, can you not just release it today for everybody else's sake?
We do it?
Love to.
Yes. So why would you not? I know there are reasons, but I'm just interested in what your reasons are, because it's box fresh, it's ready to go.
Drop it.
It's chomping at the bit. Do you know what I mean?
Drop it like it's hot. Well, I think we need to wait for the summer of love to kick in, don't we? For this
the
record.
third summer of love.
A bit more summer than.
Are you feeling it
today?
as well? The third summer of love coming.
It's coming. I think it needs a redo. It needs the summer of
obviously
love.
Oasis are alive for 25, but you are also celebrating your 20th anniversary this year, aren't you?
We certainly are.
Next year.
20 years.
20 years.
Yes.
20 years, 2005.
What's our secret?
And is it true that you got a record deal 3 months after you got together?
Yeah, that's pretty true.
And you got
really
together
quick.
I mean, not being too flippant, but it was a bit of more of a gag to get together and form a band than anything serious.
Yeah, but we I don't know, we took it fairly seriously, even though we were just having a laugh. But we started just playing the small clubs in Brighton, and it just snowballed really quick. Yeah.
But is it true that you couldn't get a gig first of all because you didn't have a demo tape? But then the landlord liked your guitar or cut your gym?
No, the hats.
The hats. It was the hats.
It was the hats.
I knew there was a story there somewhere.
Starts a band, get good hats.
Okay, where are those hats now?
I think they got burnt on stage at Reading Festival in
Oh, no!
2008.
Yeah, that's right. There was
Do you
a
remember?
ritualistic burning.
Yeah, as long as it's ritualistic, as long as they were offered up to the gods as
They were.
No, it was a great offering.
a
to the
sign of
gods.
gratitude.
Gratitude.
Oh my gosh.
That is the word.
If you are going to listen to Sunny Baby, then you want to get it on. Have a look at YouTube and the video because it's Sunny Baby. The video's great, so I'm trying to figure out where it's filmed.
I got very sunburned.
Obviously, you had me at MGB Roadstar.
Yeah, it was a beautiful car. Just shame about the gearbox, but it was.
But shame about most of the car, really.
It looked cool.
It looked so cool.
It was great fun.
And I'm trying to figure out where's that in LA? Where's that up on the Pacific Coast Highway? Where are we going? Are we going north? Are we going down? Are we going up to San Francisco or down towards San Diego? And of course, I was on the wrong continent.
It's Australia. I mean, the whole
I
yeah,
know,
it's Australia.
it's Australia.
The whole thing kind of came about. I found this guy. Dylan, he's this incredible filmmaker, and I just got in touch with him, and we were just talking about how funny that the band name Kooks, it means like terrible surfer in like to
I
an
didn't
Australian,
know that.
right?
Because it's from a David
So we
Bowie
were like,
song,
we got to
obviously.
do a video like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, exactly. We took it from the Bowie song.
Where
exactly.
Bowie meets Bondi.
Bowie meets Bond.
Come on.
You're a genius.
I'm on fire today.
You are on
I am.
fire.
Somebody put me
I'm
out. I'm
feeling it.
literally on fire today. I'm far too excited for my own good. No, but you can tell a filmmaker's made the video. Honestly, you can tell.
He's
Yeah,
he's
Super
very
8.
talented.
It's
guy.
very simple, but it's
Yeah.
super confident.
It's
And it's got it
gorgeous.
all going on, and it makes no apologies for what it is. It's
Yeah.
it's
beach
a great,
hunks.
it's a great
Yeah,
video.
it's really hard to make Super 8 work as well. That's not that's a fine art, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's proper filmmaker stuff.
Yeah.
No,
seriously.
and it's deep. To be honest,
Yeah, it's
very deep.
it's
very
commitment.
artistic.
It is commitment because digi it doesn't matter, does it? There's no opportunity cost with digital filming because it doesn't matter. You just do it again and again and again.
Yeah.
But you remember the old box cameras or whatever it was, the disposables. 24 exposures. You get 2 or 3 decent photographs
Yeah.
on a good day.
Yes.
Yeah, made it
Wouldn't
more
you?
exciting. It's a bit like recording on tape.
Yeah, of course it is.
Get 3 takes.
Yeah,
and that's
we
it,
used to
yeah.
edit all the tapes, quarter inches, and all this kind of stuff.
We did that quite a bit on the new album actually, where we just rather than keep doing stuff, keep it to 3 takes.
It does
You're
feel a
gonna
bit
get it.
more analogy,
Yeah.
and it
We
lands.
didn't record to tape, but we did it in the same.
I
process.
wanted to change my guitar. Do you remember? I really
Yeah.
but I wasn't allowed. It wasn't in the rule book.
It was like we got the rules
I
here.
was like, man, come on,
Yeah.
let me do one
No
more take.
synthesizers.
That's so cool.
But that's not. It felt very, very demo-y, didn't it? In that essence.
It's
It
just
was
been
kind of-
announced to nobody but us, but I'll do it on the radio now. That you've been signed up for a sunset session live here.
Oh my god, we're so excited.
At the top of the town, May
Yeah,
the
how cool
2nd.
is that?
Is it a Thursday? They're usually on Thursdays. It's on a Friday, even better on a Friday.
Proper gig.
What about live work this summer? What's going on live?
Yeah, we got a few festivals in it, but mainly the States. We're gonna actually be in the States for when the
How
album
big
drops.
are you in the States? I know
We're-
you can't
we're
say. I
getting
know.
there. Bigger than we thought. the last, well, we hadn't done much there for quite a while, and after the quarantine, we just booked like some shows, and they just went crazy. So
Yeah, you're
it's
very.
all right now.
Go on, sorry. You're very sort. Have you heard of Whitney? Have you heard of the band Whitney?
Whitney, no,
Oh, you got it. I mean, yeah,
got to listen to.
yeah. You've made
Yeah.
for the States, aren't you? You're made for the. That's
Well, I think there's a lot of expats there, and I think our music just needs to find its home. We don't. It's hard to have a cultural touch point in America because we're so similar but such different.
I think you're a bit
cultures.
like Hockney, if you don't mind me saying.
Okay.
Because Hockney
Nice.
obviously lands very. He lived there for a long time,
nice.
but it's the
Love it.
optimism
Yeah.
and it's the lack of history, if you like, of America meeting the optimism. Because Hockney looks forward; he looks at the sunshine all the time. If I saw, in fact, I think the next thing that came up on my algorithm was a sort of Hockney-esque themed album after yours. I don't know who it was, can't remember, but it was great.
Okay, yeah.
And if I close my eyes and say, okay, if I had to pick a painter and his paintings to go with this music, it would probably be Hockney, and that all lends itself to America.
There's a touch of like embracing the weird as well. I think like the band we're quite
More
kind
than a
of,
touch,
like,
because the point is like the songs, the big songs from the 80s, like Duran Duran or whatever. The demos for those songs, they're so rock and roll, and then all that happened was not all that happened. Some genius did it. They piled on all the 80s production. But if you go back to those songs. They're proper rock, and yours are really punky, really edgy, and it doesn't mean they can't be gorgeous and punk. And if your songs didn't have that foundation about them, they would be uninteresting, and they would just gloss. You just gloss over it, and it would gloss over you. And your music doesn't do that.
Well, that was the thing at the start. I think because we got signed so quickly, there was a reaction to the Strokes and America. So a lot of labels in England were kind of looking for that. But we never stuck to one genre, did we? We kind of were quite gadabout in that way, and we kind of jumped around. Never found our proper identity.
Another great
Sorry,
album title.
I don't even know what that means.
One for the roadies, Gadabout. We've got it all going on here, haven't we?
Yeah, so it's kind of like become our strength, which is the
I love it.
the weird,
John Mabending.
the kooky.
Oh, I
But thank you
absolutely
for
love it.
that. Yeah, like
Mate.
that. That was a nice.
You're both so welcome. I love you. I love your music. I love you two guys. I love the cut of your jib. You've been around 20 years now, so you're about to graduate out of kindergarten, because it's a long road, this road. You know, and
Chapter
it doesn't
2.
have to be a flash in the pan, a fly by night. And it's amazing what you
It's
can
an
still
amazing
find
life.
out about yourself.
It's an amazing life, you know, and the gratitude is a word that keeps circling round at the moment. Just to be able to travel the world, play music, that's an incredible thing.
Yeah.
Incredible thing.
Yeah, ditch the platitude and embrace the gratitude. That's what we've got to get going on here. Right, should we have Naive? I think you sort of have to, if you don't mind.
Go on then.
Just don't let me down. Oh, thank you. I was feeling that one.
That was good, man.
I felt that more than
I could
I've
tell,
ever
I could
felt
tell.
it singing that song.
Luke Pritchard, Hugh Harris, guitars and vocal, both of them. And there are other members rejoining for live, the live dates. Some of the other members.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
God, yeah. Al and John.
There's more
they'll
of
be
us.
Yeah,
There's more of us. Yeah,
well, you never know. You never know. But
Yeah.
it's great to have the vibe back. It's so cool. The Kooks Never Know album, Stool of Rock, 8:35. You just heard it here now. If you want to watch all this, it'll be available on YouTube, on the Virgin Radio UK YouTube channel. And it looked as good as it sounded, which is a pretty high bar to meet and equal. But you're on fire, guys, aren't you?
Thanks so much. Yes, it's
Yeah.
feeling good. Yeah,
So
I'm
excited.
excited.
And we've
We're
got a
there.
lottery ticket between us, you and I. So we've done the lottery, the Euro Millions. We have a ticket.
Yeah.
We share a ticket. Is it?
Wow, really? Is that
Seriously?
Yeah,
we didn't know.
You
about
got us
this.
a
It's amazing.
ticket.
No, I got me
What are the
and
numbers?
you a
What's
ticket.
what's
us.
the jackpot? What are we talking?
Our number.
Together.
If you want
What's
to
the
copy
splits on
mine and the
that?
Kooks numbers, and half are 166 million, which of course is what they'll be doing.
Holy moly.
I'll tell you 4 of the numbers, and you've got to guess the 5th. All right. So our numbers, the Kooks. You ready?
Right.
Number 27, number 30, number 35, number 36, and then another number. Our lucky stars are 2 and 12. Do any of those numbers mean anything to you that may be auspicious and point towards a win?
All of them. All numbers are lucky. It's about
There
your
was a 7
intention.
in there, wasn't there?
There's
Got
our
seven.
secret number. Can you
They're
see
not
our
an
secret
actual
number
set.
there?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the one they're going to.
Yeah, yeah,
Does
yeah.
that mean
yeah.
anything to anyone?
What, 30? I'm joking. I'm joking.
It's not 30, it's 39. If we win 166 million tonight,
Yeah.
what are we doing with it?
Buying one car.
Yeah, are we?
Knowing your
What are we
taste and
doing?
your taste.
All right, let's
Yeah.
do that.
cars.
What would you do?
And a racetrack.
I know it's probably not a question you've been asked before. It's not like we're sponsored by the National Lottery, so we have to ask all like it. We've never done this before, but
I'm
I don't care.
thinking,
What would you do?
Long-term
Share it.
investment.
Would you, you would need to.
I mean,
anymore.
think of the interest on that.
Give it to the NHS.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, it would
that's
be
a good
very
one.
interesting,
Half
wouldn't it?
to the
interest
NHS.
on that.
Yeah.
They say if you can live off the interest off your interest, then you're doing all right.
Oh, yeah.
The normal the National Lottery. Terms and conditions apply. You have to be 18 or over to play. Find support for problem gambling via gambleaware.org or T's and C's apply. 18 plus gambleaware.org. New tour bus. Best tour bus you've ever had.
We could get an
Don't.
insane tour bus.
Oh, my God.
Okay,
Kind of money. You could have
because normally you
everything,
rent them, don't
you know.
you?
Yeah.
But if you won the Euro Millions, you'd buy an insane tour
Yeah.
bus. How insane
Yeah,
can tour buses
you know,
get?
you could have like a barista station.
Yes.
And maybe, what would be cool? Like, those Japanese vinyl bars.
Yes.
Listening bars. Have that in there. Would be
What about a
quite
tour
cool.
bus each?
I'd have a hover bus. like a hover bus craft.
I'd have a hover
Land
bus. as
and
well. Where'd you
sea.
get
Hover
them?
bus. Where
Do
would
they do
but you
them?
can't take it anywhere.
No, we
Land
Where can
and
you
sea.
hover the bus?
We
Land
would,
and
we
sea.
would fund the development of a hover bus.
We would.
That's what we'd
Big
do.
time.
Yes, with the new
Yeah.
5-minute full charging from BYD in China.
Yes.
We did the story yesterday. But do you know about this? BYD, you know
Well, they're
BYD.
overtaken,
Yeah.
right? They're
BYD, Build Your
taking
Dream,
over.
right? It's called Build
Right.
Your Dream. It's a car company called BYD
Yeah,
out of China. You may know about this.
I
yeah?
know about
Yes.
Right, so on
They've
Wednesday,
they're catching up. I know this.
they're more than catching up. On
They're
Wednesday,
winning.
they announced a car that's available next month
Yeah.
that you can fully charge in 5 minutes.
I mean, that's game changer.
Game changer.
Game changer.
And I told this to a bloke at Renault yesterday, and because they've got the new Renault 5i, which is so cool. And I said, "Did you hear about BYD?" He went, "Yeah." Well, what do you mean, yeah? Come on. 5-minute full charge. He went,
He's not
well, yeah,
excited
if
at
you
all.
live in China. I said, well, no, you can get a car. You can get one of those cars, bring it over here. No, he said, because it's not about the car. It's about the
charging
infrastructure of the 4,000 supercharging stations only available in China, which they left out of the article.
Okay.
Isn't it true that
This
if you
is
just
the
made
modern world, you
Yes.
if you just made the batteries like global, then you could just pop a new battery in?
Yeah, that's what
Someone
you
said that to me recently.
Um,
Why would
no
you
need
do
for a
that?
But
new
this is the
battery for you
problem
guys.
with
Watch.
the internet, isn't it? You see something like that, and then you get all
Yeah.
excited,
You
and
know,
then your
read it.
dreams come crashing
know.
down.
Chicks out for my own good. Right, the Kooks, what are you doing for the rest of the day in the sunshine? Why don't you just go and play your music in the sun in sunshiny
we should
places
just. We
in
were
London?
talking about this.
That's
the other day.
kind
We
of our
just pop
job.
up. Yeah, we just
Just go and do
annoy
it, just
people
go-
with our music. Yeah.
Just go and
keep
play
going.
in Leicester Square. Or
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
If I was the Kooks, that's what I'd do. Whilst
Gorilla.
waiting for the National Euro Millions draw for you to win.
Yeah, we could earn it via busking
Yeah, yeah.
on the tube.
Well, that's how we met, really.
Busking,
Was I-
yeah.
Did
I was just, I was
Kind of.
just.
Well, you weren't busking. That
I
was
wa- I
the
did- I wasn't
strangest
asking
thing
for
about
money.
it.
Yeah.
You were just
playing
playing your
playing.
guitar on the street.
It's
No
true story.
hat.
True
I was
story.
like,
Back
what
to
are you
hats
doing?
again.
The hat was on, you see. I
Yeah.
was wearing the hat.
Was it the hat?
I couldn't take off the hat.
Was it the hat that got you the gig?
No,
No.
it wasn't actually.
Tell it. Sorry, I know we're over. It's so much fun though, isn't it? And nobody cares because they all love you behind the glass. They're all like massive Kooks fans. When you burnt the hats that got you the first gig, that got you the record deal, that meant you're here today 20 years later, and you've had a pretty decent life off the back of it, and had one of the best adventures a human being or human beings could ever wish for. When you burnt the hats at which festival?
Reading.
Reading. Was that in a fit of pique, or was it premeditated? Do you regret
think-
it? Are there any such thing as regrets in
We
music?
we were saying goodbye to an era of fashion which we thought had gotten out of hand.
But I think more philosophically, in a way, you're trying to move on, and I think
see it
we
in
did
you.
that with records. You're trying to like do
Yeah, no.
something new,
I get
and
it.
everyone, when you've had like an album like that, it's like everyone. You got the feeling. It's not really real, but you got the feeling like everyone wants to hear the same
There
thing.
are some
again,
bridges that you should burn.
Yeah.
True.
And that's about creatives.
Yeah.
Tash and I were
You've
talking
gotta
about this
move on.
yesterday. Most people fear change. Creatives fear the opposite.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
we hate
Stagnation.
Exactly.
consistency, don't we?
Totally.
I can't stand it.
Stagnation is the
It's like bring on the change, and it freaks everybody else out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it don't
Yeah.
freak us
You're
out.
the master of that.
Well,
Absolutely.
We were celebrating you earlier.
We
talking
were,
about how
we
you
were.
quit, you
We were
know.
Give
talking
it a
about
go.
your effect because it's funny. We've met you so many times, but we come and sit here, and I always get like the
We wanna
tiniest bit
celebrate you.
starstruck because I'm like, oh my god, I grew up with this person on my television, and, like, and
okay,
it's like the
making
Dave Grohl
the
effect.
tiniest bit starstruck.
It's like the Dave.
Other calibrations and metrics of being a starstruckness are available.
Medium stuff.
Tiniest.
No, but
Not,
I mean,
not tiny. Tiniest.
You make us feel comfortable.
no, but it's
that's the
really,
thing,
it's
but
really like
you
it
are
is
a
the
legend.
Dave Grohl effect, like the kind of the past, the
Let's get better.
background is like you forget about this person, and
Okay.
I am blowing smoke, and it's totally
Dave
true.
Grohl effect. Dave
we'll
Grohl
celebrate
effect.
you.
You want D's? Do D's. It's all right. It's the thing on. My kids love it. People
What's
who are
that?
super fit. They
love
go,
it.
if you want D's, do D's.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
You gotta get in down with the do D's guys. Seriously, there's loads of do D's guys online. You're the best guy. I could talk to you all morning because sometimes conversation sounds like music, and when that's the case, it's okay.
That's beautiful.
Anything else you want to get out there?
Hey, just no, with just thanks for having us on.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's it,
You're
and
welcome.
we're excited for new music.
Actually, you're the tiniest bit welcome.
I'll
Sunny
never live
Baby
that
is
down.
out now, and it's a great song. I've heard it 5 times now, and it's making me a bit too excited about the weekend. Sunny Baby's out now, and we got a brand new album, Never Know. Title track is track 1, Never Know. Great song, great album, released Friday 9th of May. Sunset session here, Friday the 2nd of May. More about that later. Once again, let's hear it for the Kooks, everyone. All right.
Thank you, guys.